Hello, guys. Welcome back to our channel. I'm Samantha from MAB Media, and today I'm so excited to be introducing to all of you a very special agent, Mr. Andrew Lerma. Not only has he been working with us for quite a while now, he's one of our best agents, if really not the best. So I think that he has a very special bond with us as he's been working with us since 2022. And we thought, like, why not get him on our channel and actually get him to share some tips? So I'm so happy to have you here on our channel, Andrew. So how are you doing today?
Doing pretty well. I'm really excited to. I mean, this was my first time. I know it's been a while, and we've gone through this a couple of times. You're like, "Hey, let's do an interview." You're doing really well, and then I'm just always caught up in these leads. They're so high quality that I do some in-homes, I do some virtual, and it's just I'm always in an appointment or with the client or with the referral, and it's all due to you guys. So I really want to, thank you guys. Thank Mo. It's just, it's been absolutely like the best scenario that I could see because of where usually agents come into the industry because they want to find something new, they want to find some sort of financial freedom, and sometimes they're just stuck in a position where they just want to move forward or do something part-time. So that's how I've seen most agents fall into this position, into life insurance. Nobody just says, they leave their, really good job and say, hey, I'm coming over to life insurance, I'm going to do really well here. It's always, we always have, we've always had a story. Everybody's got a unique story. From I've spoken to people that were, bagging groceries, to business owners, to athletes, to military. So it's just, it's been a blessing, being able to work with you guys. And I just want to, let everybody know that you guys have an awesome team, an awesome program, and I would recommend you to everybody and anybody that I know. And for anybody out there that has any questions, please reach out to these guys because they're definitely going to take care of you.
Oh, that's so nice of you to say that. We really appreciate it because, like, that's one of our goals truly is to help agents really grow their business. And you know what I've really appreciated about you all this while is how you're such a hustler. You've been working on this part time and you're still seeing some great results. So I guess this is worth mentioning. So I would like to know, like, what type of results you've been having with these leads lately. I think you've been with us since 2022, so you have a lot to say about it.
Well, yeah, just if I wanted to just go back all the way to 2022 when I first started and I first got my license, I am a business owner, so I have a food company, and the product that I make specifically, it takes a while to process and to make. So I had some extra free time on my hands, and obviously as an entrepreneur and just the spirit that I have in my character, I want to always be helping somebody, talking to somebody, doing something. With my food company, if I'm at my warehouse and no sales need to be done, I'm just sitting around bored. So I had a different scenario. And then also why I got into this was we saw a little decline in revenue. Excuse me. And what I needed was, I was like, you know what? I need something that's going to be able to fit within my schedule, within my budget. And my friend was a business owner as well, and he's like, hey, you should just get into life insurance, get your state license, and come and join over here. So I'm at FFL currently. I've always been over here with these guys. Amazing team. What I was told in the industry before, what used to happen is a lot different than what I'm used to at FFL. So it's been a blessing just to be at FFL with, the structure of commissions and everything that I've heard out there. So I'm glad to have got on track with these guys as well as you, because as a team working together with everybody, it's really opened up a lot of opportunities. And I'm starting the process of going to recruit as well. I've just solely been an agent, but I've been recruiting. My wife's going to be starting. I have a couple of friends that are starting, a couple people in my community. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm assuming that you guys can help and assist with that as well to expand, our vision into helping people. In regards to first starting out with you guys, I was introduced to so many different lead vendors. In the beginning, you're kind of confused. Your upline gives you as much advice as they can, because some people like to lean towards these type of leads. Some people like to keep it a mixture of this and that. Some people like to target specific areas to do in-homes. So it's like when I started, I was just kind of all over the place. I was like, you know what? I really don't know where to start, what I want to do, final expense, mortgage protection. So I started just dealing with, some lead vendors that I found online and then some lead vendors that were suggested to me. And they were mainly like aged or, like $1, $2, $5, and not really having as much information like you guys obtain. You guys have a 15 questionnaire. They're raising their hand, they're reaching out. You pretty much have all their details to run like an entire like scenario. Like when I see it come in, I know exactly what they're looking for, what I need to get them. So I already have pre-framed myself on how I need to structure, the conversations I need to have with these people, their age. You're able to obtain how much money they want to spend on the monthly basis, how much coverage they need. And to have all that information collected up front is just massively like, it just changes the game because before I was picking up some leads that just didn't even have an email. Some leads didn't have the beneficiary's name. Some leads didn't have a hobby. So your guys are like collecting all of that up front. And then it's like, since 2022, what I've seen in 2023, then 2024, the lead cost goes down and down. And it's you guys just perfect what you're doing, So I don't want to get into like the pricing. Sometimes we've seen them at, 10, 15, 20, like not 20, only for like IULs, but mainly final expense. It's always been in my data under $12, $13 even. I've seen consistently at $10, $9. We had months that coming in at like 7.50, $8, and I'm running specifically Facebook local, now. So, there are going to be a little bit more when, like you said, when you target a specific area because, you're more local, you're able to door knock them or reach out to them because they're closer to you. When you run the statewide, it's it gets cheaper. But then obviously, I'm in the Bay Area. I can't drive all the way to LA to go meet a client, just like that. So it changes the game, and the lead cost is just getting more affordable than what I see out there in the market because we see ads nowadays and they're even more expensive, and I'm just like blown away that they don't even have half of the information that you guys have that you're getting on up front. So yeah, the transition, coming into here, I was dealing with a few vendors, like maybe 5 or 6, just testing them out. Age leads, 30-day leads, 2-week leads, but we didn't have access to the marketing, So when a client has a question specifically for us and we don't know what we're going to see on their end. So it like to be in contact with you guys and to be just in regards to like the leads actually like what they're saying, what's going on in the literature, what's in the post, Facebook or TikTok. It makes a huge difference because then we get a mindset of what they're seeing and then how we can help them. Because if we're not on the same page, they're, like those ads that you've seen, like, this is a social security department. Please give us a call if you want $30,000 of burial coverage today. It's very misleading. So we don't get that with you guys, and that's where I've seen the increase in your quality. Is like before it was frustrating. I honestly, in my first 2 months of dealing with those vendors, I wanted to give up because I've never really done telesales, but I've always done like in-person sales and had some experience. But it's still, in the beginning, you're going to get hung up on. But I was getting hung up on frequently, and I was getting yelled at. And they're like, "Who are you?" Especially when you're calling 3-month leads, it just doesn't make sense. 2-month leads, they barely remember you. And then you don't know what marketing that you saw specifically with them. So you don't know what to kind of like give them information because it doesn't help your case. So I'm glad with what you guys since the beginning, you've always had 15 questionnaires that are getting all the information from hobbies, beneficiaries. And I notice when I'm calling them, I say their beneficiary's name, they usually pick up on it. If they're like, oh yeah, you could have found that on the internet or something. Once you say their hobby and they like to go walking on the beach, I mean, that's very specific. Nobody usually puts out their hobbies out there like that. And then also the amount that they're going to spend, because once we got that in place and in order, I started seeing even higher quality, higher conversion rate, higher pickup rate because the intent was there even more. because when somebody just says, oh, they're just browsing, looking around, that's different if you tell me that you want to spend $60 to $80 a month on this amount of coverage. And then if we look up in our quote tools, hey, this amount of coverage is fits right within that budget. That's what I lead off on into the conversation. I say, hey, I've actually, I saw your request. It looks like you have a current policy, but you're looking for something more affordable. Looks like you're in the $60 to $80 range. Are you paying more than that currently? Is that what you want to kind of bring it down to? And then they're like, oh, well, yeah, like that's why I put it in the post. And then I can see the amount of coverage that they want. And then I can kind of play off that. Then I start some of my conversations and I have a super high conversion rate with those as well in homes. I believe in the last year and a half, maybe I've been into about 142 homes, and I think I left 3 homes without a policy. So 139 people got closed out of 142 with your leads. So, I mean, this it's if you're going to go on the home with your guys' leads, it's like a done deal. Like you're inviting. Like if you already gave me the 15 questions, we already spoke. We know why you need it. We set up a time for me to stop by. You're basically with your guys' leads, you're going to close them all day. Like it's like, and that's what I've seen because I've even had like my cousin as a downline. I shared a couple leads with him. He went in the home, had amazing experience. He started off kind of like how I did. The leads were just hanging up on us, and then I was like, hey, try some of these leads because he was barely starting in the industry. I said, try some of these. Boom. He was like, whoa, these like they know exactly what they want, what they need, and it's exciting, to make that conversion of us like, dialing, not getting a lot of pickups, not a huge pickup rate, maybe 8% pickup rate, 10%, not even, with the old leads. And then with you guys, we're seeing like 50, 60, 70% pickup rate, and we're like blown away. And then, booking them, and then the show up rate is high too, and it's not like, oh, sorry, my phone's getting low on battery. Um, yeah, so it was just very, very exciting to start off with the lead vendor and go straight to you. So I just want to give you the numbers for my first 2 months, working with those old leads. I spent about maybe 3,000 on leads and made maybe like 4,200 back. That was it. Like, so I was just buying a lot of aged leads. I wasn't really experienced at that time, but then right when I saw an ad with you guys, I don't know if it was Instagram, clicked on it. I was like, whoa, this is a little bit different. It's with our Facebook account, it's with you guys helping us, and then targeted areas, and then with all the questionnaire. I was pretty much sold in the beginning. I was like, whoa, this is gonna work out. And then you guys had that program where it was like it was like put $400 down or $500 down and then get X amount of leads. It was like a trial run. So that's what caught my eye. I was like, oh, nobody does that. Like they must be doing something really good to give an offer like that, because some marketing agencies, they want to charge you 2 grand, 3 grand, 5 grand retainer right off the top, but you guys took that leap of faith because you guys trust your leads. And once I saw that, I was like, whoa, that's cool. Let me try that. That day, I think it was like paid the $400 or $500, and we got $400 or $500 leads. Within a week, I had like I think it was 77 or 87 AP in the week, and I only worked like part time. It was like 4 or 5 hours a day between my business, and it was just exciting. I was closing somebody, one, two, three people every day my first week. So that just shows you, from somebody that was completely inexperienced, that was getting horrible leads, transitioning right to you guys in instant. So I was just blown away. So from then on, we've had this great relationship, and now I'm going to be going full time. Now, in the past, I was part time kind of with my business. So there's people out there, business owners, anybody that's working a current job or that's in a career that has that you have a pension. Obviously, if you're 14 years into a pension, you don't want to just leave that job. You can actually do this on the side. You could do this on the weekends. You could do this after work. You could do it on your lunch. Like I've literally closed somebody anywhere and everywhere I've been. When I go to pick up garlic for my product, for my company, I've closed people in the parking lot, at the farm. I pulled over on the side of the road, helped and closed people. So you can be anywhere, and you can basically be in any type of job, and you can still manage and make this happen to make a really, really good income and supplement anything that you have, especially if if you're limited at your job, or you have, you're at a certain pay wage and you want to increase your revenue and just, be able to be more financially free, this is like the best option. I mean, I don't think I've seen any industry because I've sold door to door. I've sold products, I've sold, all different types of stuff. And it's just this industry is so easy when you have leads like yours. So I really, really appreciate like all your guys' help because it changed my family's life. It changed my children's life. I'm able to get them into better schools. We're able to expand our business. We're able to, when we had machinery issues with our company, we were able to come up with $10,000 in the week to help supplement a problem we had. So if you're in a bind or if you're in, doing well and you have the extra cash and you can put down to get just leads with you guys, oh my gosh, it could change so many lives, so many people's lives. So yeah, it's just the when I first started that transition, I've never had a transition of being so excited, and then actually that increased my confidence in this industry, and then I became more passionate, and which increased everything from that point on. When I knew I had good leads and I'm talking to really good people that need our service and need our help, and then they're inviting us to their homes. Like all of my clients are my best friends. We go fishing, we eat together. I get invited to barbecues, I get invited to family reunions. Like I'm a part of their family, and I see that these leads really help with that because I don't know, it just, they follow me on Facebook, through my Facebook account. We comment on each other's posts. And so it's like we're like one big family. And I noticed like all of it came from you guys. I didn't start these leads. I didn't know what to do, but you guys saved me the headache, the trouble, all of the frustration that I had. Like I was trying to figure out, I read Harmosi's book and I was like, how do I make my own leads? And I'm like, oh, I don't know how to do this. You guys came along and it was just a seamless process. You don't have to do anything. All we have to do is log into our Facebook account with you guys, give you guys a little bit of access. We You guys use Go High Level, a CRM, where we can have numbers on there. We can have, and drip text messages and emails that we can send to our clients. That changes the game as well. Once I saw that you guys were able to like add like certain AI aspects within the CRM to like if I'm in an in-home and I see that the AI is responding to a client for me, I'm like, that changes the game because you can only be at one place at one time, and for you to be able to help with that and automated emails like within, like if you really look at what you guys structured, it took a lot of work. I see everything that you guys have done. You made these adjustments, you had to add the pixels, you had to do this, you had to do that, with missing one step, everything could be just ruined. Because I've dealt with a previous company that was trying to do Facebook ads like you guys are, but they're like, one day the ads will be like $90 a lead, but don't worry, in about 3 to 5 days, everything will be okay. And then, depending on the person and how much money they have, they want to leverage if they're first starting out. It's scary to hear when people, oh, I'm going to spend $1,000 a week, on leads. Like I was taught to spend 1,000 or 2,000. If you have more problems, if you have any money problems, Andrew, spend 2,000 a week, you'll be okay. And I'm like, to a normal person, that's going to be like my mortgage. That's going to be my car bill. So I think that's what frightened people in this industry. Not necessarily me as much. I knew you got to spend some money to make some money initially. But I feel like you guys solved that problem. So a brand new agent, somebody coming in with just like, not even that much money, you can literally change everything around within the week because I've done it personally and I had minimal experience. So if I can do it, anybody else can do it. And it all started from you guys. And yeah, and any questions? I know I'm going off about, I'm just so amazed that transition. And even my wife, she would hear my conversations. Like before I was like in a boxing match just to get somebody on the phone, and now she hears my conversations. I'm hanging out in the house. They can hear my kids laughing, because now I do a lot from home. And so, yeah, so if you want to work from home, if you want to do in-homes, if you're starting with just a small amount of cash, you can really, really work with Mo and his team, and they're just going to provide you the best leads. They're going to be in constant contact. I mean, you guys are just, respond within, minutes. We get emails, we get updates. If any issues are going on with our Facebook account or anything, like we get a response like within a few minutes, an hour, nothing more than an hour. And that's what I really, really enjoy about you guys. It's like we're working as a team. Before I felt like an individual that I was just buying lead vendors, like buying a product from them. and then I was just on my own. But with you guys, I feel like secure. Like I can call you guys, I can text you guys that we're like a team. So if we do run into anything, or if we want to increase something, or if we want to change the game plan, you guys are right there to support me and my ideas. And then also, I take a lot of um, um, advice from you guys as well, on the actual ads. So yeah, it's just been an amazing ride with you guys.
That's so nice to hear, actually. I think I was like talking to you several times as your campaign strategist, like to go over your leads and see how we can improve the quality and in general. And I was so shocked, like each time I was talking to you, you would tell me like, "Hey, I just made like 10K in AP." So I was kind of curious, what has been your best performing week in terms of AP? I would be very kind of,
Uh,
I would be glad to know that.
four- I think it was $14,132, and that
Wow.
was all. That was like maybe 30 hours for the week. And then I was usually doing 20,000, or I mean, 20 hours a week, just part time. But then once I increased, like 30 hours, I was like, and I needed to make some more cash. I had a goal and I was like, you know what? I'm going to help more people this week. And once you're focused on the people and not really the revenue, then everything just explodes. If you put a goal on your revenue, in this business, you're helping people and servicing people, you get conflicted. You can only focus on one thing at one time. And if you focus on the lead, the quality of the lead that we have, and then focus on truly helping them, it's like the revenue and the AP just follows. So my best week was, yeah, it was like 15 people, $14,132. And then my best month working like maybe 28, 30 hours a week was like 33,000. And then last year, all like basically part-time, did about 120,000 of AP. So that just shows you, I mean, pretty much people in the industry, like that's, I mean, to get over 100,000 is pretty, significant. I didn't feel like it. Like I felt like, whoa, that was just a scratch on the surface. Like I could do a lot more. I put in the time and the hours. This would honestly be more successful than my food business. So, and then I realized that just recently, and that's why I've jumped into um, using a dialer, a part-time dialer, which has been phenomenal. When I'm able to have my assistant work on that, I only have her part-time, just 9 a.m. to about 11:30 a.m. and then again 4 p.m. to 6:30. So the good hours to call. And then throughout the day, I'm running appointments, or I'm doing some admin work if I need to, regarding the client's case. But pretty much like if you were to have a dialer and you're out there running business, oh my gosh. And my dialer is only like $200 a week, 220 a week, to work 20 hours a week. And she's booking anywhere from minimal 22 up to 35 a week. And plus me dialing. And I don't really, when I hired her, like just like a month ago or 2 months ago, that's when we've done the most AP as well. We've done more in a week. We've done more in a month, because now my cousin's excited. I should sometimes, if I don't have any people, because he's mainly running our business, so if I don't have some people that I need to see, I'll give him a couple of leads, and he's like, "Whoa!" I just closed him over the phone, one call closed. I was like, "Whoa!" Just like that. Oh yeah, and then he's excited, so he wants to start his own account as well. Coming up very soon, and that's my goal, is to recruit more people so we can get them into your program. Everybody can be comfortable, and it's just, I'm not sure if I should share this as an insider secret, but when you're building your Facebook account, you start getting credits on your account, which is very, very lovely. Because once I started seeing the increase of how much revenue I was, or how much lead spend I was using, Facebook is going to start giving you some extra credits. And basically, you can start leveraging that. So honestly, once you get past the point, I believe it was like month two, that you can have up to anywhere from 500 to 900 of ad spend in your account on reserve until it charges you. It charges you like on the fourth of every month or something. So even if you start with Mo, and you're starting out, you do your first month or two, 6 weeks, and then you can start leveraging that in your account, because you can literally, you're not spending any money up front. You can do about 100 leads for the week, and you can leverage those, close as many as you can on approval, if they want the policy on approval, some that want it in the next month or in the middle of the month. But that revenue, you can take that revenue and you can start next week. So you can start a cycle. And I've seen it because I've had a friend do it as well, where they just started and they had the ad spend, and I was like, why does it do that? I was interested, intrigued. And then he was like, yeah, I literally started the week with no cash. I started with the ad spend and then boom, I'm in business. So I was like, man, it really doesn't, if once you have your account established, you don't really need to have any upfront money for that week. You can literally start the leads and be on track to hit some significant numbers for sure.
Well, that's wonderful to hear, actually. Like, especially like some agents, they tell me sometimes that they're struggling to get on the phone with the leads, and they have some issues in general. And what would be the best tip if you had to say, like, in one sentence that you would give these agents? And I am so curious about the phone application that you're using, the dialer. If you could share the name with us as well, that would be great for our audience.
Yeah, honestly, with your leads before, I had to use phone burner and other services to speed dial. I do not need to speed dial. Speed dial is only needed when your leads are aged, old, and none of them are answering. Honestly, I can hand dial everybody pretty much if I needed to, but I use the go high level. The go high level, I'm able to have multiple numbers, and that's part of the service with Mo and his team. You're going to be able to, have different area codes to call different clients, which is going to increase your pickup rate for sure. I noticed that because I was using my own phone number. I'm in the Bay Area, but there's like a lot of different portions of the Bay Area. Like there's the East Bay, South Bay, so we all have different area, different numbers. So we once I started leveraging that, my increase in conversion rate went up. And honestly, like you don't need anything that needs to be very fast and like phone burner. You don't need to have that repetition of making five, $700 a day. That doesn't exist with most leads. I've literally made more money making 30 calls a day. I looked up my call rate. It was literally like not even 170 calls for the week, and that was my highest AP. It's because I'm in conversations. I'm talking to people and helping them and closing them. So once I saw
Yeah.
once I saw that go down, my revenue went up. So I was just like blown away that that's even possible. So my advice would be just how I usually do it is I just a quick hand dial. It's coming straight from my number so I can be able to text them. But then also you guys are compliant with the text messaging for the on the go high level, which is
Yeah.
helpful too. Because then when an incoming message comes in and you're busy, it can respond to that and then get them, on the right track. So you're not just like ignoring them because, time is of the essence with these leads. If they're filling out a form and they fill out another one, you could be potentially losing them within that day. So I call them right away. And you guys, like, I've never had leads that are like real time, like, and when you catch them real time within 5, 10, 15 minutes, you're going to get a 300% increase on your pickup rate. So that is crucial. I feel with you guys is that instant, it comes into our CRM and it comes onto it to a spreadsheet. So you have 2 points of views, right away, right when it comes in, we can jump on the phone, get to them instantly, and start either booking them or even go in for the one call close. Because some people with your leads are so high intent that you have how much they're going to spend, what they need, their beneficiaries. Once you go through all that information, you go through why they're just simply asking, what they're reaching out for, what's their biggest concern. Like, are you trying to take care of cremation? They might tell you, my brother just died, something happened in my family, I'm getting older, I want to get some coverage, I
Yes.
want to add on. So depending on their scenario, you can help them out right there on the spot. So my with working full time like the last 2 months, my one call close rate has increased like 3 times because I just have a different mind frame. I go, wow, like I have more time for myself, through my other businesses. I was a little bit distracted, but then when I'm sitting down and I'm with clients and I'm able to work faster, I can literally close them within, I'm closing people within 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes. And that's crucial, in the business, being able to close somebody, two people by 12 p.m. and then close another person later that day. Then you have some of that revenue coming in, and then you can really expand your business and expand your team. So that would just be my best advice is to call them, on your phone initially, use the dialer. With the different area code, if need be, but then then you can work through text message as well, because sometimes I'll just send like my calling card initially, like so I'll say my name, my state license number, the company I'm with, phone number, and then email. And once I send that over to them, it builds that instant trust, and then obviously it's fresh on their mind when you guys give us the lead so quickly. When I'm calling them within 10 minutes, then they see that I have a message from me, and then you guys are sending an automated drip email with my name, my phone number, and exactly why I'm going to be reaching out. This is my phone number where I'm reaching out from. That all plays a huge part because when I didn't have that before, you're just like doing it all manually. But when you have it built into your CRM and your whole system, like that's like another person you have to hire to do all that stuff. You guys have taken care of that by
Yeah.
doing the long hours. I tried it and it's impossible. It's impossible. So what you guys, yeah, are just amazing. You know, I applaud you guys in that. You know, so yeah, that's my best advice. Just call them on your phone. Then if you need a dialer, call them. But honestly, you don't need the phone burners. You don't need the speed dialers. You don't need that with this service. Like once you're calling them, you're going to be in a conversation either to close them right away, book them for later, or just be end up showing them up to their houses in that week. So that's my best advice. 100 leads at least a week. You can start with 50, but to work those leads, 100 leads, and you know you're going to get a pickup rate of like 40, 50 people. I mean, and you're in conversations, bookings, like you're going to do some business. You know, it's inevitable. So that would just be my best advice: is you know, Facebook, TikTok, and I know there's different regulations always coming up in the industry, but these guys, Mo and their team, are always on it. They always know when something's going to go on with Facebook, something's going to go on with TikTok, because we were going to have the TikTok ban, right? Everybody in all the industries were freaking out. What's going to go
Yeah,
on? What
exactly.
are we going to do? But you
Oops, looked like we lost him. Probably his battery died. So, but it was a pleasure having him on the show because what we do usually, we try our best to give you everything you need from A to Z to be successful with our program. From the leads to your spreadsheet, we give you the dialer and the CRM, which pretty much does everything. And I think that you guys have a best shot at anything that you do there. So, if ever you do want to be part of our program, we would very much like you on board. You can definitely contact us. Thank you.